Now, I'm no hippie, but I love me some patchouli, especially from the 70s. What's going on, YouTube? You know what it is. It's your favorite perfumer's favorite perfumer, Casper Parfums. And today, I'm a singer, guys. We got from Sensesplit.com, from the House of Chabal. I don't know if it's Cha or Shah. It's probably Shah, right? Chabal, Maison de Parfum. My French is getting exquisite. Is exquisite a French word? That's a good question. No, we gotta do it. Shouts out to the mic. Always doing us good work. So, as you all know, I never smell anything. So Patchouli 1973. I didn't even say the name of the perfume. I love patchouli. I could always go for a good patchouli. And patchouli is nice, whether it's dominant in a perfume, it's low in a perfume. Patchouli, I love patchouli. It smells so good. It just covers so many facets and nuances, and there's different qualities. Some have high amounts of iron. So you don't know, whatever, right? Fun stuff. So let's check it out. Remember, always pre-spray them. Patchouli 1973. Shout out. Can't believe I'm doing it. Can't believe I'm changing the flow of things. Sometimes you need to take risks, right? So we go on the other hand. It's a risk. I'm not smelling anything. I did the dog head, you know. Have you ever had a dog and you say something, they're just like flopping ass ears? Okay, so this interesting. Okay, so I don't like it, but it's interesting, and I like interest. Interest is very good. So with this, okay, so I smell something citrus, probably bergamot or orange. Not entirely sure, but I definitely picking that up. I smell some lavender. And there might just be geranium in here now. And something sweet. The patchouli is there, but it's not in your face patchouli, which I prefer. But whatever, that's fine. So, what is that? I know what that is, but I can't. Okay, so I'm pretty certain it's bergamot. There's definitely lavender, and there's definitely geranium in here, and there's definitely patchouli. Now, interesting thing is, for those of you who don't know, this is why I'm actually interested in it, is because when you combine bergamot, lavender, geranium, those three make up the original composition of fougere. So, long story short, for a long time, people didn't realize that ferns actually had a smell. So fougere is supposed to be the scent of a fern bush, right? They're bushes, I think. They're not trees, right? I'm not even gonna Google that. So technically, that was kind of how the composition was built on, was lavender, geranium, and bergamot. If this has those things in it, which I'm smelling, so I'm assuming. But what the interesting thing is, I would say that over time, probably not a lot of time, probably around the time of like Brut, Canoe, they kind of fell into adding cumarin, which is the thing in tonka bean, and oak moss. So it seems like they left out the cumarin and oak moss and they subbed it in with patchouli, and that's kind of why I'm actually ending, because it has a fougere vibe to it. Now I don't know if they're classifying this as a fougere, but you're kind of getting that essence. So there's something in here I don't like. You can smell eugenol for sure. I'm pretty certain if there's no eugenol in here, I'm gonna be very upset and let down, and it's gonna ruin my perfuming ego. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some spiciness to it. Probably a little cinnamon. Now in cinnamon, something called cinnamaldehyde, which makes up the main odor of cinnamon. I never understand things in the world because in cinnamon, as I said, cinnamaldehyde makes up about 90% of the odor of it, and it's heavily restricted by our good friends over at IFRA. And I just find it weird because you could eat cinnamon, but you can't wear it. I don't, whatever. Maybe I'm dumb. Doubt it, but whatever. Yeah, so it's definitely cinnamon because cinnamon always has this thing about it where I really like the smell of cinnamon, but there's this thing to it that just happens all the time when you use too much, and it creates like this off note, and it just like it smells like cinnamon, and it's just an off note, and it's kind of covering up where I think the beauty of patchouli will come through. So it's a little sad. It smells more cinnamon than patchouli. Now in regards to the patchouli, I believe it's regular patchouli. So what do I mean by regular patchouli? Definitely just an oil. I don't think it's the absolute. Yeah, it's probably just the regular oil. It's pretty long lasting. It's very nice. And there's also something which they call a biosynthesized version of patchouli called clearwood, which is patchouli. It smells like patchouli, but it's very transparent. It lacks the earthy note, it lacks the depth to it, but it's very nice as a backbone. And that also needs to be meticulously worked with because once you start getting into like the 4, 5, 6% range of clearwood, it just starts dominating everything else. In my experience, I don't know. Maybe other people were better perfumers. Like that exists. God, what an asshole. Yeah, it's too much cinnamon, man. I think they should have went more in the eugenol route, which is clove or allspice. Allspice is amazing. Jerk chicken? You guys don't know. Yeah, it's too much cinnamon. And the other thing is that cinnamaldehyde, or there's something else called cyprinol, or there's another version. I can't find it to buy it because you need it. You pretty much need a company and things like that to buy it. But it's cinnamaldehyde, glycol, acetol, something like that. So it's just they kind of add in, I believe, like hexane as a solvent, and then they do this fucking thing, or like propylene glycol, acetol, something like that, and it significantly reduces how restricted it could be. And I believe in the patent, they're like 3 times as strong. This whole thing, so you can make it at home, but you need chemistry stuff, and I'm no chemist, my friend. Yeah, the cinnamon really ruins it, man, because patchouli is so good. Why would you make something called patchouli 19? This should be called cinnamon 1973, right? Because that's all you're kind of. It's so weird. Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. This is like the whole parking in a driveway kind of thing. Why would you call it patchouli and it's not really patchouli? I'm not for it. Anyways, let's look up the notes. Patchouli 1973. Shabbat. Forgranica.com. Shouts out to Forgranica, man. You guys do a lot of stuff. And shouts out to Base Notes too. I'm on Base Notes all the time. And nobody knows me. I don't promote that I have a YouTube on Base Notes. I don't know why. I just don't. I probably should though. Shouts out to Base Notes. Shouts out to Grant for holding it down, man. He doesn't know me, but it's fine. It doesn't say the perfumer, like the last video. Shouts out to Lenez. Bro, my nose is, so it doesn't say bergamot, but it says orange, so I'm pretty correct. Orange, lavender, cinnamon, geranium, patchouli. Oh, there's patchouli in here. That's weird. Sandalwood, amber, musk. So with amber, there could be Isoi Super in here, and I'm just not picking up on it. Isoi Super is such a, I don't know what the word would be, but it just has this thing sometimes where you just kind of don't pick up on it. It could be fucking 15%, 20%. You don't even know what's in there. It's crazy. So a lot of times when they put amber in perfumes, the classic amber was labdanum, benzoin, vanillin, and then it was like labdanum, uh, like they added a methyl dianthylus, and methyl dianthylus is supposed to be carnation kind of thing, so it smells eugenol, vanilla like, whatever. My nose is fire though. Let's talk about it. Unlike this perfume, the cinnamon is killing me right now. Why would you? It just doesn't make sense. I think cinnamon and patchouli are a good combination, but why is the cinnamon outweighing the patchouli? It's kind of weird. Why would you put it in the back? If you're gonna call the perfume 1970 patchouli, yeah, why would you even do that? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's strange because the thing is that, like, classically, if you smell a lot of fougères and things like that, they're usually heavily cinnamonized. Old Spice, super spicy and super sweet, and then they contain the nitro musks. I miss those days, man. I wasn't even alive. I haven't had like musk ambret, musk xylol. They use a lot of musketone. You can use musketone now, but musketone, it smells really nice. It's very clean, but it's a pain in the ass because so a lot of times powders, okay, there's powders of molecules that are easily soluble in a solvent like DPG, IPM, benzyl benzoate, diethyl phthalate. Before I continue, diethyl phthalate is the most, that one and benzyl benzoate in my opinion are the most fire solvent. But it has the word phthalate in the name, so people are automatically just stick their head up their ass, don't do any research, and then they just cry about it because people love crying in today's world. And we shouldn't be crying about things. Just because it says phthalate doesn't mean it's bad for you. There's nothing negative about it. There's no toxicity, and you just mess things up. Anyways, musketone is very difficult to be soluble. So sometimes, a lot of times, oftentimes, you might dilute certain powders down to 10% dilution. A lot of times people put Evernote down to 10%, ambroxan, whatever it might be. And musketone, even at 10%, it falls out of the solvent and just stays a crystal. It's super, what's the word, man? Why can't I think of the word? Stubborn. Very stubborn. But it does pretty good in benzyl benzoate, but benzyl benzoate is also restricted. So if you have, you could put a lot of benzyl benzoate in a perfume without passing that IFRA limit, but I think it's all shenanigans. Yeah, cinnamon, 1973. Way to go, Shabbat. Isn't this like a really old house, like an ancient Maison de Parfum? Oh, 2002. Alright, whatever. I'm wrong. I hate when they don't put the perfumers, man. I want to shout them out. But maybe, just maybe, they're like, we're not going to put the perfumer because they lied. Or because they made us a cinnamon-based fragrance and we want to call it patchouli. This is like that dude who made that perfume. Damn, what house is it? Oh my god, they made the thing called like blue or whatever, and it has nothing to do with like the blue base. Fucking on my ass now. Yeah, this is cinnamon. All cinnamon, no patchouli. If you're still here, you can like, you can subscribe, you can leave a comment, you can ring the bell, you can talk to me, you can say, what's up, dude? How you doing? You can do whatever you want. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Adios, amigos. Have a marvelous day. I love you. Do I? Yeah, I love you. If you view it and you like my stuff, I'll give you some love. Because you're giving me love. I like to reciprocate. Anyways, adios, amigos, for real. Take care. Bye-bye.